Good day. My name is Dawn Rhodes, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, and I'm joined by Dr. Zebulon Davenport, Vice Chancellor for Student Life. And we want to update you on what is happening with our University Place conversion. I don't know if you've ever had a project that was just a labor of love, but for me, this project truly is just that. Not only because of what's going to happen here, but the vision that I can see in my mind of just how busy this place is going to be and how active it's going to be. It'll do as much for this campus by way of being a transformational addition as the campus center is. So with that, let's get started. This is University Place as it now is, and we are going to undergo a conversion. What we will be adding is classrooms that are very much needed based on faculty, student, and staff describing the need for classrooms. We'll also be adding more student housing, and Zeb's going to talk about that. We'll also have our first of its kind dining facility for this campus. We're going to go through residence halls, dining, the academic building, events and meeting space, which had an impact once we decided to close the hotel, as well as the parking that's underneath the hotel. And with that, I'll turn it over to Zeb.
Thank you, Dawn. I would just like to join Dawn in welcoming you all here this afternoon, and thank you for coming. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the hotel as it is right now. And as you can see, where the current hotel is where we will be housing our residents. There will be 560 beds in the hotel, or we will affectionately call that the tower, until we have an official name. It is scheduled to open on August 2013. We will have a soft opening May 2013 just to work all the kinks out. It will be a traditional residence hall facility. They will be double and triple occupancy, and each room will be equipped with their own bathroom. There will be formal and informal learning spaces, a computer lounge. There will be a rec room in the facility that's currently there. We will utilize that, as well as study lounges and informal learning spaces for students on several floors. And we will have, as Dawn said, and she will talk more about it, the opportunity in this facility to have a full-fledged dining facility that we're very excited about. When we talk about the need for additional residence halls, right now our current housing stock is at 100% capacity. We have an additional housing facility that is located off campus called Park Place, and it is at around 98%. You can see there 247 students currently live in Park Place. And we also, this year, we were not able to accommodate 243 students who wanted to live either on campus or in Park Place. So that will show you simply that we do have a need for additional housing. Although we've heard it from faculty, staff, administrators, and our students, our sheer numbers let us know that we can use additional on-campus housing. And the fact that we will have 560 students in the center or the core of our campus in less than a year is a major opportunity for us to impact students in positive and meaningful ways. When you begin to talk about the benefits of on-campus housing, there are a number of benefits, and I'll just highlight a few here. You will see academic achievement. I'll talk a little bit about increased learning opportunities for students outside of the classroom and a faculty and residence program. There are many studies that show that students who live on campus tend to be engaged more with their college experience, and they tend to perform better in the classroom. And we've done studies here at IUPUI on our campus that show that students who live on campus during their first year have a significantly higher grade point average than their peers who live off campus during their first year. Our students are more engaged on campus and in student life, and when students are more engaged and more satisfied, their retention rates, their graduation rates tend to be increased. So we're hoping that this facility will give us the opportunity to engage more students in and out of the classroom through our learning environment. And speaking of the learning environment, it will give us an increased opportunity to have what we call residential-based learning communities. We currently have some now with honors and engineering, with the STEM and PETM and the international students. But with this new residence hall, we will be able to create a first-year experience for those students in these disciplines and a second-year experience, thereby enhancing our opportunity to encourage and increase our students' retention rates, not only in their first year, but being more intentional in the second year. The other thing that we're really excited about this residence hall, the additional residence hall, is that we'll have the opportunity to create a faculty in residence program, which will allow a faculty member to live in the residence hall with the students, interact with the students in a formal way in the classroom, and informally engage with students outside of the classroom for study sessions, for tutoring sessions, and then just being available to our students as they need it or as they desire it. And as Dawn has mentioned before, the dining facility is something that we're extremely excited about. And at this point, I'd like to turn it back over to Dawn as she talks more about the dining options.
Keep in mind, this is our first ever full-blown dining hall on campus. It too will open August 26th, but we are intentionally planning for there to be a soft opening in May along with the housing component. It will seat 470 people and have 6 different dining components. And I'm going to read from my notes because I don't want to mess anything up. I want to be able to specifically tell you what they are. One is the Fresh Market, which is a gourmet salad bar. So we will have healthy choices. A second one is Baker's Crust. It'll have panini sandwiches and wraps and other types of specialties. We'll traditionally have the All-American Grill, so you'll be able to get hamburgers, hot dogs, and French fries. Then there's another venue, Eat, Learn, Live. It's a fun, interactive exhibition type of cooking, so you'll be able to see your food prepared right there in front of you. There'll be an educational component and an entertaining component as part of that station. In the kitchen area, there'll be a traditional inline service option to let you get the comfort foods like the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes, the things that make you think of home, as well as ethnic foods. And then finally, there's a My Pantry, and it's kind of one of my favorite ones because it's actually going to be designed like your mom's kitchen cabinet. You want cereal in the morning, you get up, you come down, you go in, you get the cereal, you make your bowl of cereal, and you sit down and eat. So I think that'll be an enjoyable experience for our students. There will be meal plans available. We're going to have meal plans for the students in Ball Hall as well as for the students that live in this facility. But if there are any other students or faculty members for that matter who'd like to purchase a meal plan, they will be able to. You can also eat in this facility without a meal plan. Faculty, students, staff, the general public will be able to come and eat in this facility and not require a meal plan. We also will be able to respond to special dietary meals. I wanted you to see this rendering. Yes, there will be a fireplace. This is going to be a very contemporarily designed facility. Our students deserve the best, and we're going to be giving it to them. As I've said, there'll be additional food options on campus in addition to what we have in some of our schools as well as the campus center. This will also offer a gathering place for students to not only interact with each other, but the opportunity for them to rub elbows with faculty members and administrators in a totally different environment. We hope that this is going to be a much more attractive campus and opportunity, and we truly believe it's going to drive enrollment and be a positive experience for our students who choose to live on campus. Here's yet another rendering. I talked about the Eat, Learn, Live location. Want to make sure everybody understands what's happening with our current restaurant facilities. We have the Chancellor's and Den, and they will actually close November 30th. The next business day, which is December 3rd, we will reopen a restaurant in the bistro on the 2nd floor, serving your favorite menu items from the Chancellor and the Den. Open in May with our soft opening, we'll have a new restaurant, name to be determined, And it will kind of be a mix between the den and the chancellor's. Again, your favorite meals will be available. At that time, the bistro will be changed into a student gathering spot. It won't serve food, but it will be an opportunity for the students to just hang out and spend time in this area. I want to make it perfectly clear that the faculty club will remain open the entire time. Let me say it again. The faculty club will remain open the entire time. This is a rendering for the restaurant. We expect it to be a hip, cool, I know I'm dating myself. It'll be a nice environment for, and this again will be open to the public, faculty, staff, students, whoever can come in here. Academic buildings. If you've been on this campus at all, you know that there has been a lot of discussion about the need for classroom facilities. We recently completed a classroom space study, and it identified that we were short, just about 10,000 square feet of space. And by doing what we're doing with the conference center, we actually filled that gap. Not only did we find that we didn't have enough space, but we didn't have the right type of space. The pedagogy now is going toward offering opportunities for faculty and staff to have a much more intimate, collaborative type environment, but most of our rooms were a lot bigger than that. Well, what we're doing in the conference center, most of the space that's become available actually responds to that specific need of collaborative learning space. So we will actually bring those classrooms online this coming spring. So January, we will have students in the conference center that we are now referring to as the academic hall. We will actually have students in the academic hall with taking classes. And teachers will have the opportunity to have the same technology in these classrooms as they would have in any other classroom. And this, while it's not exactly the furniture that will be in our space, this is the movable classroom furniture that students and faculty want now, so that they can rearrange themselves and have group settings, have larger classroom settings, more in a general classroom type setting. And it's just flexible. That's what they're asking us for. They want flexibility in the classroom furniture, so that's what we're giving them. And then Zeb is going to bring you up to date with the changes in the meeting and events.
Thank you. So as you can see, the excitement that we have about the conversion of the University Place Conference Center and Hotel. Dawn has talked about many of the attributes that we will gain as a campus, not only the residence hall, but the dining room facility and the classroom space. But you all know that the part of the University Place Conference Center is just that. And it's been something that's been important not only to the campus, but to our community. And as a part of the conversion, we've been very diligent and purposeful to not lose this aspect of what the campus, the University Place Conference Center, brings to the community. So we had a committee that was set up to examine the events and conferences that we have on our campus that flow through this facility as we currently have it. And we are pleased to say that we are going to put together a recommendation that will allow us to continue to serve the needs of the community and the campus around providing this venue for special events, lectures and so forth in an auditorium such as the one we've gathered here today to see this presentation. We will use existing meeting rooms in the tower. So there are, as you know, there are a number of meeting rooms over on the tower side that we use for events and conferences. Those will still be utilized, as well as the campus center and other facilities on IUPUI's campus, so that we can continue to provide this service. And with the addition of the dining facility, we will be even more better equipped to be able to service the catering needs for our conferences that come on our campus. So we've got residence halls, we've got classrooms, we have events and conferences, and we also have, with this facility, been able to acquire 373 additional parking spaces, and I know everybody in the room wants one of these parking spaces. Well, these parking spaces will be made available Now we have to also keep in mind that they will be directly under the residence halls, so there may be residents who want to pay for premium parking. And so based upon how we utilize this facility, the tower side and the conference side, that will determine how we will distribute the parking spaces that will be below and available for our use. And they will be a part of the campus inventory December the 1st. So the parking is something that's a hot commodity, and we will, all of us will have the opportunity to a degree to be able to purchase a parking space. So with that said, I'll turn it over to you, unless you have more to say about parking.
No, that's enough. That's enough about parking. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about our family here at the hotel, our Flick family that will be leaving us effective November 30th. And we just all need to give them just a huge thank you for the professionalism with which they have continued to conduct themselves since we made the announcement of the closing. I have continued to get compliments and applause for the work that they do here, and that's all done under the leadership of the general manager, Tom Capucci. And I just want to say thank you, because they have been the ultimate in terms of professionalism. So, in terms of the summary, as I said, the hotel and conference center will cease to exist November 30th. And that's when we'll go into all types of construction activity, et cetera, to convert both sides of the building. We will, as we've talked about, have hotel rooms that will now become residence halls. We'll have events and meeting space. And if you want to keep track of this project, I will encourage you to go to the IUPUI Master Plan website. You'll see this website address there. If you click on here and you look at the most active or most current projects, you will be able to see the hotel conversion and keep up with the frequently asked questions, which we will continually update. If you have any questions or suggestions for us, please email us at this address, and we will make sure that there is a response. This is the group of people that have been working tirelessly on this project. We literally have been meeting on a weekly basis, and underneath us is a structure of several more committees who've been working constantly to get this project up and on its way. And we just want to say thank you to everyone who is putting in so much energy to make this transformative conversion take place. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.